Okay, hoping that the streaming is all good, which it looks like it is. Okay, hello there. I am going to be so far in the demonstrations, pretty much all these have been no heads, and that's been very patriarchal on my part. So I'm going to embrace the feminine. Today we have Elena Verrier. She's Russian. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce the name right. People have a hard time with my pronouncing my name too. But yeah, just a very talented guitarist. Found on YouTube. So yeah, figured we'd kind of go in and sculpt. It'd be a good example. I think I did like 30 sculpts earlier this year, just as an example. Totally just no bragging there at all. I mean, honestly, in the time, it took me like 3 months. I mean, there's probably people who probably would have done like 90. But it was kind of slow for me, actually. But so I did a few female sculpts, but the female form is tough. Because it's very, you want to indicate the forms. I'm just going to kind of go over. So, yeah, so just turn off the grid floor if you're just kind of new to this series. I usually go for the brows first for some reason. I have a base mesh, but try to find a base mesh. There's one on Blender. Might try and use that one, but you can make your own. But yeah, just work with some kind of base mesh of some form. Get it on CG Trader, Blend Swap, whatever. But so there's these. I want to indicate the eyebrows. So yeah, the female head is kind of tough because it's a lot subtler. You know, with the guy, you can kind of just go in. Like, if this was a guy's, eyebrows, you could just go in and be a lot more aggressive about the features. I might scrape this. I've been liking the scrape brush lately. Does that work for now? I don't know. But yeah, we're just trying to get like a little indication. But I read in all my anatomy books that there's more fat. I mean, not fat as in like, oh, you're fat. I'm not trying not to be offensive. Trying not to be offensive with anatomical terms and biological terms. It's very hard. I'm messing around. But there's more fat deposits in the features with men and women. I might take a little artistic approach. Artistic liberty, because I don't know, sometimes it's hard to get the angles you need. But yeah, when in doubt, go back to Loomis. Get those anatomical features you need, but one can only hope. Yeah, I'm gonna one can only hope that I get this nice and feminine looking. So if this turns out a little bit mannish, I apologize in advance, but I will do my best to make this nice and feminine looking. Because after all, well, yeah, this is what I could do in a bullshit. I could just be like, this is female inspired, right? Like I did with the anatomy one when it turned out kind of sci-fi at the end. Oh, this is anatomically inspired. So this is the anatomy of this female head is, female inspired. So it's kind of like anyways. No, I want to get nice quality feminine features. The divine feminine and it within, because this is a fractal universe, and whatever, see, in the masculine, the divine masculine is like the yin yang is contain the divine feminine, and then within the divine feminine is contain the divine masculine, and then the divine masculine of the divine feminine contains a divine feminine which contains another divine masculine than that, and it goes on for infinity. See, I could do seminars. It could be my other gig. Seems to have an upward angle to it. You always got to kind of think of right, because normally the reference, it's kind of like that. It's like you only get like a slight indication of the nostrils. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, gorgeous nostrils. You know, I have a saying that I kind of came up with, which is that artists are like weird, fucked up, mentally ill people, but we'll get away with it because we make pretty pictures. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. Like I think any great artist, or like anybody who's great in some capacity, is pretty fucked up and demented. Like Chuck Palahniuk, who made Fight Club. Like his other work is just insane. It's insanely good, and it's warped, and he will own that. He'll just dive. It's like if you go up to Chuck Palahniuk and you're like, dude, your work is fucked up. I'd be like, yeah, but so is the rest of humanity. Okay, so what do I want to do about this goddamn head? I might shorten this. Now, normally it's, you know, it's like the eye line and the half head. You don't want to make the head too short. But in this case, I'm going to make an exception. All right. Okay. I mean, it's going to have hair, so... Okay, there's like a little... I hope this... I hope that, I hope this turns out good. You know, because it's like if you're making a portrait of somebody, you'd want them to see it and not cringe. But, alright, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best and believe in ourselves. And, you know, there's always next time. Oh. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do the thing with the nose where the nostrils... See, because... And I have this... I struggle with this. You don't want your nostrils, right? Because it's like, you know, we've learned in drawing class, or I hope you've been to, you know, in high school or whatever, just if you've ever drawn a nose with previous experience... which, speaking of which, I'll get to that in a... I have this funny thing. My theory about why sculptors are kind of shitty at drawing. Stereotyping, but, you know, like guitar players can't really read music. which I'm not one of them. I can, but okay. Parker, shut up. It's related. She is a musician. But okay. So with so you notice how and I'm not the greatest in the world at anatomy, but you'll notice that this nostril is here, and then like this kind of divot, right, is over here, and it's not like, it's not like that. It's over here. So I'm gonna try and create that. It's a very interesting nose, I will say, anatomically speaking. Okay. Because it's got like, oh, that's a good reference. See, like, here. So, yeah, see how this nostril, so now we've got to bring it back after I scrape. Use the scrape tool, which is industry standard. My industry standard scrape tool. Maybe I should do that as like a pack, as like industry standard. Split industry standard. That's an inside joke on that I said a few episodes back. But the industry standard brush kit with the industry standard Photoshop and the industry standard Cinema 4D. You got to be industry standard and use Cinema 4D and Octane like Beeple. Everybody's got to be like Beeple. All right. So, my theory about why sculptors, you don't have to draw to be a digital, like 3D sculptor, is because, I mean, it almost kind of feels like when you're drawing, there's more commitment, or painting. Like the idea of making a painting for a client makes me want to commit seppuku, because you're committing every stroke to the paint. I mean, they probably have workarounds for corrections, but not like this. Because if I decide something looks kind of fucked up, I can just like, draw it. But you can even do very drastic things within 3D. But within drawing, it's like, you have to get that stroke right. Like they'll practice getting their circles right and all that stuff. And like the practice, there's like this one practice I used to do. I took a few drawing classes and books in high school, nothing major. But there was one, I've seen this nose shape before. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to try and get a really good nose. But so, it was like an exercise that was kind of like an atom. And, right, so like when you're drawing, you kind of have to commit to the stroke. You can do that. A lot of like beginner artists kind of do this, try to get that stroke right on a drawing, and there's like a billion strokes. But you got to do like, get those strokes really accurate. Well, you got to commit to them. Whereas in sculpting, you can kind of adjust things as you're going along. Like there's not really, you can make changes. If that makes sense. So that's why my theory about why sculptors can't draw stereotypically. But it does help, like all those like figure drawing books and all that crap. If you can do that on a 2D surface, man, on a 3D surface, like you really get that. I'm actually working with somebody on like taking lessons for texturing. I mean, I took 2 lessons in like the past couple months. But it's good to kind of get the foundations for things. And I think like shading, I want to kind of work on shading eventually, because I do sculpting and all that. But I want to get like you know, shading and style and materials and kind of understand how it's done. Let's see. And this nose is going to be tough. All right. Well, let's look at it from a bit of an angle. This thing I did was pretty good. Okay. All right. Just seeing if there's any live chat, because I know I lost all of them. Like I didn't. I was so in the zone. There's a few last time that I didn't see. Okay, it's public. Just making sure. Okay. Noses. I kind of like noses as a thing to sculpt. You know, it's just 3D. There's just something about 3D. It's just like you're gonna say weird shit. So let's roll with it. I like noses, okay? All right, you can't taste without a fucking nose. All right, noses are the shit. You gonna fucking try and taste without a nose? Yeah, so I thought. Next time you enjoy those freaking chicken tendies. I know that's a meme on the certain side of the internet. For some reason, attendees. Let's see. I mean, it kind of looks like that from there. I deliberately didn't get an accurate front view because I wanted a challenge. Let me see. Let's get this a little bit. Let's see. Someone in the live chat, save me. Save me, Spoon Man. Alright. I don't know, that Soundgarden song just came and stuck in my head for some reason. Alright. That's right. And this might help to give the mouth a little bit more of a round shape. I don't know. Alright. Get in there and get that nose. Just like you make a make a portrait for a client. It ends up horrible, and then you just apologize profusely. Give them all your money back. All their money back. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to turn out like shit. I don't know, maybe our nostrils are kind of like that. I don't know. You get like a nice little... Maybe the side. $5,000 with the sides? They cure cancer? Yes, they do kill cancer. He's gonna kill you. One of the greatest fucking movies ever. Yeah, this is a way that you can actually create lips, is just like... I just love doing that, just when you get to just like stack up a bunch of material. It's fucking phenomenal. Oh, I was gonna laugh. I thought for a second that I didn't have dynamic topology on. I'd be like, wow, if I didn't have Dyne Topo on the whole time. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna add in, there's like this little strip here. See, that's the thing about, you just notice shit over time. I'm gonna come back to the nose. And I have a little bit more to work with, I guess. I mean, it's good to do that. It's good to go to different areas of the face, because you can get myopic. Which sometimes happens to the best of us. Including old Parkster. Even humble old me. Even though I'm only 22. Let's see. Happens to the best of us. Okay. Someone in the chat, help. Just like, get out a nose, just get out a brush of a nose and just like do it that way. Just like buy a nose on like flip normal. Just be like, here, fuck it. I'm gonna spend like 2 hours just on this nose. It'll be like, finish this fucking thing at like 3 in the morning. Is that a tolerable nose? No. Not by my standards. Alright. This is Sergeant Sculptor. And you need to get in there and you need to seek excellence in all of your artwork, okay? From the retopology to the sculpting to the rigging, especially the rigging, except for the animation, because that's for noobs. Hashtag animation is for noobs. But other than that, you need to seek excellence in everything you do and to accomplish. So, like, when did that start? I mean, I know, like, my channel has, like, personal development themed content, and you know, all that stuff is great, but it's like, you know, and so, like I like Leo's stuff. I like Robert Greene. I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I made a video about his books. Fucking damn it. This fucking news is pissing me the fuck off. Get mad. See, you can do shit like that. I mean, that's why you can do 3D sculpting and suck ass at drawing. You can't do that with drawing, except with a fucking eraser. Let me see. I don't know, maybe her nostrils really do that. That just made it look a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I really do, just go by the reference. But be careful, because I'm trying to determine if this is her face, like, exactly parallel to the camera, or if it's, like, tilted up. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I'll have it in the in-between, place, like Stranger Things. No. Well, that would be pretty cool. Add some, like, demonic shit. I actually do plan on doing that. You know, make as like a future, you know, like part. I'm just going to assume it's like that. That it has like this little angle to it, because I'll work on better reference. But just just as a note too, like try to think of that, of like where the camera is. If you get into camera work, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. Do I have any comments? All right. Let's see. Let's see. This one's tricky. All right, let's see. Let's see. Trying to get it just right. I know, for a second I thought, well, if I zoom out, you know, then it'll look fine. But no, you want it to You want every crevice to look good. What the fuck? Okay. I know from the side it looks kind of decent. This is why reference is important. Let me give an indication of the lips. Let's make it pretty big. That kind of looks a little bit feminine with the lips. Let me see. I'm going to give you a homework assignment, which is to work on the nose for me and submit it in the comments. Imagine that. Just like... That kind of looks like a... Yeah, that's starting to look... starting to shape up. I think I'm going to bring it down. Kind of like, kind of snooty in mine. It's not really a snooty face on the reference, but yeah. Get a little bit. I see different things in reference photos. Yeah, okay, this one's curved. Sometimes it's curved, sometimes it's flat. But that's all it is. You just gotta go in there and notice shit. I get to sculpt whoever I want to. Okay, so let's see. That's already starting to look kind of feminine. I like it. Good. Good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, the side, it looks good. What do I do about the front? Maybe at some point when there's more detail, I can fill it in. But, alright, this calls for a cigarette. Well, part of one. See, it's like David Lynch says. It's all about the... See, it's all about the art and cigarettes and lifestyle. There's this documentary I saw about him relatively recently that was pretty good. You know, I didn't even know he did paintings until I saw that. Let's see. Get this mouth to... Okay. We at Focus Shift Media do not endorse the use of nicotine or other tobacco or otherwise nicotine products, particularly vaping. Let's see. So you kind of have to use the imagination, because sometimes it's up to an artistic interpretation in regard to reference and all that jazz. Okay, good. Just going to add a little bit of detail. If I do anything drastic, I'm going to save... Yeah, that nose is decent. Yeah. Let's see with the matte cap. Oh, yeah. But first, let's save this. I was about to say bad boy. But these days you never know. But anyways, let's be inclusive of everybody. I'm inclusive of everybody, regardless of anything, okay? I'm inclusive of Genghis Khan, you know. He probably reduced the carbon footprint pretty significantly. So, yeah. Genghis Khan was a great guy. Let's be all inclusive. We don't want anybody to be excluded. Even people who exclude people, you got to include them, because you got to be all inclusive, because you got to include people who are exclusive, because if you were not inclusive of those who are exclusive, you yourself would be exclusive. See that? How's that? How's that for a tongue twister? Okay, we at Focus Shift Media are inclusive of the exclusive. All right, I'm full of myself. I'm full of shit. Okay, okay. That could be a podcast. The Parker's Full of Shit podcast. Okay. Let me see. Let's this might be a good map cap. I don't know, for some reason using this matte cap is good for sculpting female heads. So, okay, I'm going to do the lips next. And, okay, yes, we have this, like, round shape. You don't want that bullshit to be fucking flat, because then it looks like ass. Around the lips... trying to see if I can find it. It's hard on this face. Did an indication on this. Let's make that a bit more subtle. I'm going to just make it so that way the lips are closed. If you want to go in and retopo that shit and get the teeth, then yes, go for it. But otherwise, I'm going to leave them closed. Let's see. No. See, I'm not doing that. See, but you can add like, there's like a shape here, and then there's a shape there. Boom. I am really not making a good case for smoking, am I? Coughed immediately. See, smoking gives you COVID. Gives you the COVID cooties. Yeah, YouTube's bitching at me about the resolution. Sometimes it's hard with, it's like, you want like a raw reference. Sometimes with makeup, it's hard. Just like as an artistic principle. But, although, I don't know. Anyways, but then with the bottom lips, you can kind of get these like, wow, that does not look good. That looks like two alien germs just fucking fighting with each other. Okay, that looks like shit. Okay, so I'm going to use crease brush. It's kind of a feminine look. Like the lips definitely help with that. Okay, I guess I'll go back to that. Let me see. Go in there. But usually around the lips, there's like this. Somebody make an edit of that. Just be like, wow, this kid can't speak. Okay, there I go. There I get it again. But you know what? I have to stall to collect my thoughts. Alright, I'm multitasking, okay? I'm drinking tea, I smoked a cigarette, I'm listening to music, and I'm talking to you. She's just looking at me like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Okay, so I don't know, usually with lips there's like there's a form that's like this. But I don't know if like it's, yeah, see how that kind of gives more of an indication. Yeah, very subtle. See, like there's like that little deposit or something. I don't fucking know. But there's like that little shape. And then what we do is we put more material over it like this so it's not even noticeable. See, that's what you do in drawing and sculpting. I think this needs more curve. This needs more of a curve. Alright. I don't know why I just did that. Alright. You know, sometimes it's just one of those days, and you know what? I came on the yoga mat. I came on the digital screen. The digital screen is the yoga mat, alright? I came on today, and I did. I'm always, before these live streams, I'm always kind of nervous about sculpting. Because, like, I don't know, if it's your own thing, you can kind of just, like, figure it out. But it's, like, the problem-solving process in front of a live studio audience. It's kind of a process. I just get nervous. All right, let's see. It's okay. It's okay. You can just admit how you are and your feelings, and then when you have the awareness, it all goes away. And all wisdom and profound insights of the universe are there to guide you to a life of cleaning your room and responsibility and victory. I have this idea for a project, and it's very ambitious, so I don't want to say much about it. But I can't wait until I have the resources to pull it off. Yeah. Let's see. It's a little bit, that's a little bit too much of like a Futurama lip. I don't know if you've seen Futurama. A little bit of a Futurama lip. But yeah, this can go out a little bit. Yeah, okay, now I gotta do the fucking chin. It's a little bit of a chin. It's a little bit nice and square. It's a nice jaw. You know, that's the one thing about sculpting, and like and texture, like all this stuff, is it makes you, when you just stare into somebody's face, you just really appreciate the shit out of it, from an artistic standpoint, and it connects you with God. Amen. Just connects you with the spirit of God, that there's an intelligence to this universe, and it cures you of your nihilism. Sculpting cures you of your nihilism. You can also read people's faces and see their intentions from a mile away. That too. But I've seen that too. Like you can, like when you see people cringing, it means stop. When you see people light up, it means continue. Yeah, facial. I mean, that's probably the one thing. It's like people can't really hide their facial expressions very well. The micro expressions. But no, I got sidetracked. But if you see, you sculpt faces, it's just like you appreciate everybody's features. It's a very, very profound thing. Very beautiful thing. Humanity. How do I make more of a square? See, like this is more of like a V. This is more like a triangular face. I remember I knew a kid who had a triangular face. He got made fun of, unfortunately. His facial features the beauty of his facial features were not recognized at that time. But no, there's like thin faces. This is like it's not quite like a square jaw. It's like got a slight, it's like a slight angle. Yeah, it's kind of a feminine looking face, especially the lips. The lip.tv. I remember that. How far should the lips? It's like either the nose. I think the nose has to come out more. Yeah. That's starting to look like it. Yeah, I'm starting to dig that. All those lips especially. Wow. Okay, that sounds wrong. Anyways, strictly professional. Not, anyway, I don't know. But just artistic. Okay, I'm dorking out. Okay, moving on. It wasn't weird until I made it weird. Anyways, but so the face. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can. Check some comments. Okay, yeah, okay. So let's see. See how nice it is to have a base mesh? Because then you don't have to, like, you're not just moving around a sphere for a half an hour. It's like you just get a basic representation. A basic axiomatic representation of the archetypal anatomical structure of the face to embody the ideal cleanliness and noble virtue of one who cleans one's room. Now that, bucko, is how you slay the dragons and get the gold and get the girl. Bucko. You know, bucko, I think you're all right. All right, let's see. Just, yeah, looking at it at all the angles. You know, people tell me to go into perspective mode, and I kind of tell them to go fuck themselves. Because it's like, what? You want to sculpt like this? I mean, I had it at 80, you know, so it's not quite so drastic, but it's like, really? Fucking perspective mode. I get the going at it from all angles. Fucking sculpting in perspective mode. Get the fuck out of here. Orthodox or die. All day. That's what I meant to say. What is it? Ortho. Is it orthodox? I don't fucking know. Fuck me. Alright. Let's keep at it. So I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, see, she has the cheekbones. So we want to have the indication of good cheekbones. Nice cheekbones. Alright, I would have said, you know, I like how the lips turned out if it was a guy, okay? So I'm going to say that. I'm going to congratulate myself on the lips when I sculpt the dude. Let's see. I think the chin's like a little bit high. But so far so good, so what? I'm at least an intermediate at this. So I can say that. I can walk away because... Like, going into 2020, my fucking sculpts were like retarded Nickelodeon, like, weird late night crap fucking sculpts. They were okay, but yeah, just go on my Instagram or ArtStation or some shit. Well, I'll probably post them. Where am I gonna post them? I don't know. I'll probably do like a demo reel of like everything in the air, because I did a demo reel of like the 30 that I sculpted. That's right. Posted them, and then that Instagram got deleted. Ah, life. I'm just kind of stalling it because I don't want to have to deal with the odds. Okay, I said it. See, you're not going to find another person doing tutorials who will be this blunt and crass and humorous. You're just not going to. You know? I mean, what other YouTuber do you know of that's going to make inappropriate jokes relentlessly? Besides Andrew Price. He does a few savage ones that are pretty funny. So he's a funny guy. But besides Andrew Price, okay? Everybody who does tutorials tries to be so wholesome. Like, if you're going to learn Blender, you have to be at least in high school or some crap. Maybe middle school, but even then, it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand why everybody in fucking tutorials has to be so fucking PG all the time. Like, I want somebody mid-tutorial to just rage quit and throw their PC out of a fucking window. And they just film, and they're still filming, it's still rolling. And then they have to buy a new PC. Does that look any better, or does that look like ass? Snoo. Alright. What else can I add? Before the eyes. Before the gateway to the soul. Yeah, I could do this. I could add a little indentation. Okay, that's a little bit too strong. But you see what I'm trying to add. I'm trying to go in there very subtly. Maybe scrape. Yeah, sculpting's fun. You know what's not fun? Rigging. I mean, it is when you get it to work. It's very satisfying. It's like solving a fucking coding problem or a fucking calculus problem and you didn't get a fucking shit grade on it and your teacher doesn't want to fucking blow your brains out. That's what rigging feels like. It's like, wow. Your sophomore college game theory math teacher doesn't want to curb stomp you. That's what rigging, getting a good rig in Blender feels like. Especially face rigs. Oh yeah. 40 fucking hours. That Leo rig told me. That fucking Leo animation where he's like 3D and he's like crying over how profound the universe is. 40 fucking hours. And I found an old, like, all these face tutorials for rigging sucked. They sucked absolute ass. And what did I find? I found it was like the D-Dub show or something. Had this really phenomenal fucking... it was a whole thing. It was like sculpting the head, getting all the reference, modeling, animation. I didn't do the animation one because, again, animation is for noobs. Does that look? How does that look? But yeah, like the D-Dub show or something. He's like an entire. He has one on like a Tim Burton series too. You know, that's the thing, is some of the really good, there's oldies but goodies. Like, I remember I started learning Blender in like 2012. So I've been doing Blender for 8 years because I was 14 when I started. And it took me a whole fucking year just to get to the point where I had the competence, the competence and the confidence just to like, yeah, let's get those like eyebrows. Am I going to make eyebrows in this? We'll see. and like the fucking, you know, it may be Dead Mouse. Maybe Dead Mouse is somebody who will do tutorial. I mean, he isn't a tutorial channel, but I know he probably does seem like the kind of guy that would get so pissed. But he would show it. He would have the grace, the divine grace and the courage and the vulnerability to show his emotions and not be a little bitch. Denial about it. Okay, well, this has got to be more rounded. Let's see. That is probably the most feminine face I have ever made thus far. So I'm really proud of it. So hopefully these eyes are relatively straightforward. I don't know why that nose was giving me such a hard fucking time. It just happens. Like once in a while you're just throwing a fucking curveball. Okay, now I'm going to sip on my tea. Epic. 3, 2, 1, boom. Wait, how fucking long have I been recording this shit? Hour. It's not too bad. Okay, so we just got to do the eyes. So, oh, why did I do that? Why did I move my tablet? No, I gotta find a way to like get a USB, like hook it up so that way I don't have to go between these fucking mouse. I don't know. It's just, you know, sometimes you just, the system you have isn't efficient, but it's what you have. It's a system. Why am I in Blender Render? What is this, 2012? I mean, like, as of when Cycles came out, Blender Render committed suicide. I don't think anybody fucking uses Blender Render anymore. Especially probably not for 2.8. And I know I'm going to get bitched out in the comments. Why aren't you using 2.8.91? Because people don't have lives. Look at me, I'm so fucking, you're a dinosaur. You're using 2.7. Well, maybe I like 2.79. Suck my fucking wang. 2.91. I'm getting there. I'm you know, it's a new interface. Fucking, I talk so much shit. The entire Blender community is just going to be sending me emails. What a terrible human being I am because, look, I don't know. It was just weird. Like, 2.8, look, Eevee is good. What I will say that's positive, because I recently did this with some hair for an animation I'm working on, which I'm very excited about, was, like, because sometimes you'll be in this, I'll be moving around, and it's an absolute fucking hassle, right? Because I'm loading, like, 2 million... verts, all the materials, and Eevee will do that instantaneously, and it is so fast and so efficient, and I love Eevee. Eevee's great. I don't have a problem with Eevee, but it's just like the interface of this is probably fucked up. I mean, Andrew Price did an entire thing about like how Blender, the interface of Blender is basically retarded. It's a great software, you can do everything, but it's like the interface of it is very odd, and how to improve it. And they did a lot of those, I noticed, you know, with the left click and all that. I'm just trying to get this because if you don't get this right around here, it will make your life very difficult down the line. So let's see, her ears probably around there. I noticed that a lot. It's not directly in the center. It's not like, oh, you put it in the center. No, if you look at it in the center, they're going to be like See, because even like that, they kind of look fucking... You want it to look... I'm going to try this. But I'm going to try. It's going to take me a while to... Like, I've been using... I will grant you that the interface of Blender pre 2.8 is very counterintuitive, and if you're a beginner right now, if you're a fucking 14-year-old right now, as opposed to when I was a 14-year-old, you know, previous gen, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking Zoomer. I'm in my fucking 20s, and I feel like an old bastard. But when I was a fucking whippersnapper, which I still am, look at this. The interface of pre 2.8. Let me just see if there's any comment. Nope. Okay. So I will grant you that 2.7, what I'm using, the interface is kind of fucked up and retarded and very odd and counterintuitive. But that's what I'm used to. So like 2.8 is still, like, I'll do tutorials with it and I'm trying to get myself familiar with it. I don't know if I'll sculpt. I probably won't. I might. If I do, I mean, someone give me a congratulatory, whatever, you know, give me an award. Let's see. But if I do 2.8, and if I just one of them, if I just sculpt once, no, I probably could do it, but whereas it's a whole new interface to fuck with. You know, it's like I'm so used to doing the sculpting and like finding everything a certain way, and 2.8 is new. It's different. Takes getting used to. So that's why I'm not using 2.9. I'm using 2.79. But why did they fucking go to 2.9? It's fucking stupid. Why didn't they do like 2.82, 2.8 like they did with, you know? Like I'm used to, like there was, even before my time, because my time is like 2.64 to now. It's this like gray sort of interface. And before this was like before 2.5. Because the interface that I'm familiar with, it's basically 2.64, but it's basically 2.5 to this, 2.79. Whereas, yeah, it almost seems like Maxon. That's my theory, is that my tinfoil hat is that fucking Blender got together with Maxon and they just designed this fucking thing, because the modeling feels like fucking Cinema 4D. I'm just like, what? And I'm going to get shit on by the entire community. But I love Eevee. I think there's some great features. Eevee's fantastic. You can fucking use Eevee and check your shit in real time and then render it in cycles. Or you could even just use Eevee by itself for most things. Fantastic. I love Eevee. I did like a little Blender, like a little Yoda animation in 2.8. I had to, because the source file. Okay, these eyes. I don't know why, but the past like two sculpts, I've had a hard time with eyes. And, oh yeah, I've got to do the hair. But, you know, sculpting hair isn't that bad. It's just, you know, you just take the clay strips and the crease and you just kind of make those little patterns. I did buy the hair tool recently, so I am fucking excited about that. I am so I'm like, yes, let's go. Okay. Yeah, because some people have like kind of, I think, because even I have like a thick, you know, you can kind of see the eyelid, and then other people have this like flap of skin, and it's like a thinner. That's right. See, like we have, it's kind of like one big shape that I made, and then we got these like little you know, fucking skin folds. Oh, but it goes like... Okay. Let's see. Dead Mouse. That's a Dead Mouse song. I love when Dead Mouse goes off. I love that. I think it's fucking hilarious. When people go off, it's kind of funny. Especially when it's understandable. I just think that's the most hilarious shit. Like a Bill Burr rant. Because we all know. It's like, yes, preach. Okay, what are we doing for this bullshit? Okay. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I want to get like a round... Okay. Careful not to get almond eyes. I know Proco would fucking stab you in the face. You'd be like, no round eyes, no almond eyes, or I'm going to fucking stab you and leave you to bleed outside my studio. That's what Proco... No, Proco, he's probably a sweet guy. Proco's good. No, but Proco... I actually recommend that. I might leave that in the comments. Is Proco drawing the head? He's how I got into the Loomis method. Like you know, how to draw the head. And even draw, I mean, like, look, all we need to do is do the, you know, fucking front and side view, right? I mean, let's be real. But if you can construct forms and understand like underlying forms of a face or materials or anything you're doing, I'd say go for it. I mean, that's kind of an advantage. You don't have to learn. You don't need to be Da Vinci, but just in terms of just like artsy print, like just kind of like artistic, very autistic, like me, principles. That's what drawing can help with. But yeah, Proco, like, so yeah, Proco sculpting the no, not sculpting, drawing the head. It's on YouTube. And he does like the whole Loomis method and like on how to draw the head, and it's just kind of good. Like it just helps to draw the very basic, because you know where everything is. Like, why, like sculpting a head, like, why does everything I sculpt look so fucked up? It's like, well, that's why, is because, you know, and I still have to learn that stuff. I still have a ways to go. Yeah, it's like Proco. Draw the head from any angle. He has the eyes. He had the very first video is like, there's like a method of how to do the thingy-majig. But it's like how to draw the head from any angle. And then I think he does the front, the side, all that. But yeah, Proco. Pro is a good channel. It's a good channel. But yeah, he's like, you know, or the anime eyes is another one. Yeah. I don't know if anime really has big ass eyes like that, though. I mean, probably sometimes, but, and then yeah, because I think Jan Sculpt did a video about, you know, is like anime detrimental to your art skills? I mean, if you want to make anime, if that's your goal, there's nothing wrong with that. But it can be nice to kind of have like, you know, it's like what they say about music theory. You know, do you need to learn music theory to become an artist? No. Kurt Cobain didn't know music theory, and then his wife murdered him. um, Man, I'm a war bastard. So, but like in the same way, you can, you know, you can learn the theory and then throw it at the window. I mean, not literally, but it's, you know, you use it as what fits for what you want to accomplish. And then what doesn't fit, it's like, well, fuck it. Like with the shading thing, it's like I'm not really concerned about perspective or how to perfectly construct a shadow. I just want to kind of get a sense of like coloring things, particularly characters. So that's what I'm kind of placing the emphasis towards. And just kind of learning that. Let's see. Yeah, with the makeup, it's a bitch. I understand now. But I understand why they say don't get makeup in the reference. But let's see. Okay. Oh. These are kind of, yeah, but they're kind of, slightly down. Like a sad face. Like it's sad. Like she's sad. Sad face. Weep. No, not aggressive. Let's see. I'm being such a dick. Let's see. So, okay, get this shape. What is that shape? What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, it's starting to get interesting. You know what? I'm going to bring this down. Whoop. Whoop. See, this is why I can't draw, is because you can just bring shit down. I mean, why try it? Why be precise in your sculpts when you could just bring shit down? See, like if this is, well, this is a bad example. Whoop. Well, that's when you have too much of the fun stuff at a party. No. So, but this is like aggressive kind of. When the brows are like that. Well, that's surprise or like shock. It's like whoop-de-doo. But if it's shit, that's warped. But that's more warped than Chuck Palahniuk, to bring it full circle. But yeah, if it's like below, you know, it's like sad. I'm trying to make a sad face. Every day of my life is a sad face. I wonder if that's good enough. Well, I haven't made like, you know, I haven't made a thicker eyelid in a while. I've been making the thinner ones. See, now that kind of looks kind of aggressive. God damn it. I gotta wrap it around. Maybe I bring the eyebrows down a little bit. That'd help. Yep, still got to make the hair. Because I have a Boston accent. Because I'm from Boston. Because I'm from Mass. Because I drive like shit. Because I'm a masshole. No, people in Mass do drive like shit. Pretty much any place where people are in a rush, they drive like shit. Basically any like super dense zone, they drive like fucking ass. All the time. How did that look? That looks even worse. It's horrible. Okay, what I'm gonna do, go in, add these little tips, and then that should be sufficient. See, but it's too thick. That's the problem. Too much cream in that smoothie. It's too thick. So there's like... See, but I think that's the makeup. Fuck me. Alright. Let's see. I know you guys are watching me do the same shit over and over again. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Why don't you just call it quits? Yeah, look at that sculpt. There we go. Get a nice, precise, round, circular shape. Okay. How does this look? Why are you using Blender? I use ZBrush. ZBrush is the industry standard. Industry standard ZBrush tutorials from the Gnomon Workshop. So here's what you do, mate. You want to stop being shit. These shit things in Blender. You go to the Gnomon Workshop. You take a ZBrush course. You render it in Octane. And that's industry standard, mate. Alright? Your artwork is trash. I no longer look forward to working with you. Industry standard. Every time I say industry standard, who the fuck makes ZBrush? Those fucking douchebags. I'm never getting an endorsement from them now. That's okay. Yep, no. Those fucking douchebags. I don't know. I tried using ZBrush and it was okay. No, I love Blender so much. It's incredible. I know amazing things with Blender. I mean, hey, look, Andrew Price is the Blender guru, and it's in his name. And he basically did that entire 2-part series about how the interface is retarded. He said it very eloquently, and he read like books on interfaces and shit. But that's basically the conclusion from that thing years ago, was that the interface is retarded by the industry standard. So if Andrew Price can say that the interface of Blender is retarded and everybody in the community can still suck his dick, then yes, everybody can do the same with me and all my greatness. I'm so fresh. I'm sorry. I apologize for my existence, okay? I apologize. Look, it's not exact, but I'm just whatever. Okay, demonstration. You can go in. Remember, this is demonstration purposes. You are more than welcome to feel free to go in and do that fucking homework. Make that bullshit perfect. Actually, excuse me. That would have been a cool sound effect. I'm just gonna like make a bunch of sound effects and sell them to you guys, and they're gonna be really cool. And I'm gonna go into FL Studio, but they're really gonna be burps. Go into FL Studio and add some like phasers and EQ. It's really just gonna be burps. But hey, unlike if Belle Delphine can fucking sell her fucking bathwater, then I can sell my burps. And make them, but actually make them sound cool, and they'd actually be useful for sound designers. So how about that? Free market. Okay, I'm gonna stop being autistic for like 2 seconds. That'd be great. That would be phenomenal. All right, let's see. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do is I might even keep it as symmetrical, but let's get that tea going. Spill the tea. What's the drama? The latest idiot e-celeb. Oh, that tea. Spill the tea, girlfriend. Sister. Okay, I'm not getting into that. I'm not going down that road. Okay. Jeebus is on our side. Let me see. Okay, so the fuck am I doing for this? I think I'm supposed to... See, how does fucking Jan Sculpts... That guy fucking... He will, like, retopo with a tablet. Like, what the fuck? Fucking retopoing with a tablet. It's like doing this with a fucking tablet. I'm like, what the just, like, getting the object to, like, do basic shit. It's fucking amazing. What the fuck? Okay, so... it's pretty standard procedure. This is a pretty standard thing. You just go in and you do the inflate brush. You're kind of just getting in a very general... This is like a base mesh for the hair. Okay? Oh, no. Imagine if I just left you with this. But like, you know what, guys? Okay, I'm going to go watch Billions. And, I'm just going to watch some Breaking Bad. And that's it. But what would you do? How would you respond? People would probably respond like the end of The Sopranos. They'd probably be like, what the fuck? I don't know. This reminds me of Little Nicky. Like there was like this demonic creature and it had like the boobs on his head. I don't know why that just reminded me of that. But anyways. Yeah, that's right. I didn't have to sculpt it. That was right. Yeah, that's right. I don't have to sculpt the ears today because, see, it kind of looks like her. It's a very general sense. I got to get probably like like a little bit of makeup would probably do it, like in the texturing. See, like the resemblance of somebody. To do that, to get a resemblance of somebody in just the sculpt is actually kind of hard. Like usually for me, it comes together in the texturing when I just clone stamp their face in the texturing. I know that was the case with the Leo video, the Leo animation. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to turn off the mirror. I'm going to do the first thing I'm going to do is add a little part. Or, yeah, okay. Well, that sucks. And then I'm going to do that. And then, okay, go on, add this, add some detail. Display at cap. Shite. Yep. If this turns bad, I apologize in advance. But okay, listen. Okay, let's get in there. Focus. We're close. Just gotta go in there. It always looks bad in the beginning. I gotta keep reminding myself that. So you just use the clay strips. I'm just kind of trying to, just in a very general sense, add more detail. It's kind of the direction. It's a good reference, the side. Yeah. Do it like that long. Okay. Is it ready for? Let's see. So yeah, basically, I get like a bunch of detail. You kind of have like the broad forms, and then see kind of this. Kind of gets like gives a hair-like quality to it. Yep. And then we can bake it with a normal map. And if you hit control, yeah, that can do it too. Mix of adding and subtracting. You can also go in with the crease brush as well to accentuate. It's a little bit weird because of the expansion. Let's see. Let's try and add a little bit more of like that shape. Insert something clever. Okay. I guess I'll do it with the crease. Let's see. I've seen people, they'll do like a sculpt and then they'll add like particles. I don't know if that exactly works, but okay. Do a little bit more work on the hair. I'm not opposed to buying hair models if they fit. I'm actually not opposed to buying any model because, you know, once you kind of know how to do something, you know, if you could just buy, I mean, that's just how it is in the 3D, and, you know, to use packs to create scenes, you know, you're going to be working on your composition, like some of your main things. I mean, in painting, that would obviously be frowned upon because then it's not an original painting, but 3D, it's quite different. Yay for us, but yeah, if you just want to buy hair, I don't blame you. And be more impressive. But yeah, I mean, I've done that before. Just buy hair. Buy her. Or Blend Swap also has some decent stuff. But it is kind of good to, let me see, for the sake of demonstration, it's good too. I'm trying to think of like, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, let's use matte caps to hide, polish up a little bit our work the finest way possible. Let me see. Only render. Very good. Okay, so that concludes today's tutorial, sculpting Elena Verrier as reference. You know, it's cool to, it's like, all, like, provide a link to the YouTube channel and reference the Instagram and all that stuff. If you make any sculpts from this series, be sure to tag me on Instagram or Twitter at Focus Shift Media. I'm pretty sure is the handle for all of them. And that concludes today's tutorial. Peace out.